I'ma go around the town, up in my way, up my shit. Niggas be making a sound. Niggas don't wish where I'm from. Ride till we making it out. Ay. Ride till we making it out. Ay. Look, go around the town, up in my way, up my shit.
My dad had worked at the place, like he printed his shirts.
Yeah.
And he'd keep all the fucked up ones.
Oh,
so
bro.
Just give it to my dad.
The misprints and shit? Okay.
And my dad would like give it to me and be like, fuck, dude, like I'm not gonna wear these. Like, I had a drawer full of fake, or not fake, but misprinted paper stars and straps. They were real shirts.
Fire,
it just looked like it was from the swap meet.
But they were real shirts. They had the tag, like it said it in the back,
you know, like, sideways. And shit.
Like I was like, bro, I can't.
The F is backwards. That's like, hey, bro, I got you for the low, dog.
That's crazy. My dad would be like, well, you got shirts. I'd be like, no, I don't.
Like none for school, bro.
I got a bunch of cleaning rags.
Yeah. I need to go get those pro clubs, dude. Like I don't have
I got
shirts.
a bunch of towels,
You got
basically.
practice.
Yeah.
You can't never turn down no free clothes.
I
you know.
know.
What I'm saying? Shit. Anytime somebody hooks me up with some clothes, I'm thankful. Shit.
No, I said my thank yous, dog. I just was like, it's just one of them gifts you gotta like, appreciate you. I know what you're doing, but like,
It's got to go in the tuck.
and then I was like, what, 13?
Oh yeah.
So,
Gotta appreciate that.
and I went to junior high when I had to rock a uniform, so I wasn't really wearing that shit anyway.
Yeah. I went to a couple too. Like when in Santa Ana, Spurgeon. Remember I had to wear you wore I think white and blue, right? White
I think
and
those
blue.
were the colors. Yeah. I
Yeah,
went to MacArthur, but I know Spurgeon. They had you on strict shit.
Yeah, that was a funny time. I remember I used to
in my high school or middle school?
middle school.
middle
Yeah,
school.
I was like 8th grade. I remember I used to like wear my hair like down. Like I was like rocker stage, you know. I remember skateboarding and remember listening to the Ramones a lot, you know. And
Okay.
I had like a crazy little funky little palm tree on top of my head. Like I used to try to copy my cousin George, you know, because he put me on to like everything. At that time, he put me on to like all the music, like all the underground rappers, Immortal Technique, everybody. And I just remember I wanted to be like my cousin so bad, you know.
Nah, I feel you.
So I would always rock his style, like tight. You know, that's when like tight jeans were coming in, like 2000. I don't know what it might have been, 2000 something, like 2002, something like that. But yeah, it's funny.
Okay.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, Burgers. I went to Burgers. We had black and white polos.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Damn, that's different.
it was different because people.
You didn't have that light blue piece?
Nah, I didn't.
You never rocked the light blue
Nah,
jump?
my era was white and
okay.
black.
White
They had the green ones.
I was about to say, I
but
thought
you
y'all
had
wore
to-
green.
You had to go inside and like order them. They were like more expensive. They were like $25. And
Nah.
the black and white ones were $10 each.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, no, if you got my I'm buying the $10 ones.
Yeah, when I was
Especially
Fire
like,
house and
I'm
shit.
like, you can either get 5 of these $10 ones, or you get 2 of these $25 ones, bro. That's what you gonna get.
I was at Dell before Walker. They had used joints.
yeah.
You could just tell, bro. People would be like, you could tell, bro. The used ones are just hella different because it'd be like red, black, gray, and white.
Okay.
So like, if you get used, you just gotta get a gray one, dude. Because that one you can't tell if
The
it's faded
struggle,
or not,
man.
bro.
I
Yeah, you
remember the
can't tell
struggle.
if it's faded and
Yeah,
shit,
that
bro.
red, bro. It's going
Yeah,
from bright
bro,
red
that
to
red you
fucking-
see like, bro, fade. That red and that black used to fade.
Yeah.
And then I went to Walker and I got mad, bro. Niggas didn't have enough fits for the week, bro. Like that shit used to suck, dog.
Right.
Bro, I remember going to Burgers
Like-
and fools used to buy a polo each week, dog.
Yeah.
Rock that shit fresh as fuck.
And,
You know what I'm saying? We were
That's
white and
crazy.
black. Fools were like dripped down with Dickies.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I was wearing my gray ones, dog, rocking Converse,
I remember
bald head.
in Mobile
kinda
out there in
crazy.
Marina Valley, like it became a thing for some reason for like a good summer where like you could wear your white tee, you know what I mean? And like if you fucked it up, you could wear it backwards the next day. You know what I'm saying? With the tag on the other
Word,
side. Yeah, that shit was
yeah.
like some super
Yeah,
hood shit. Like
That is kind
do
of
you remember that shit, son?
Yeah.
Like, super hood shit.
yeah, you just
Because you're already in the sun, like it's hot as fuck, 100
Yeah.
degrees. So you're wearing your shirts, and you know they might have faded or something. So you like, if you kept it clean enough, you flip that bitch over the next day and rock it like that.
I feel you,
Some
bro.
super hood mobile shit.
Yeah,
Take off the
bro.
tag. Just clip that pro clip off.
Yeah, that's that type of fucking survivor shit. You know, you be learning out there. Yeah.
Have we been recording? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. We should keep all that.
Yeah.
You guys ready?
Yeah, man.
What's up, everybody? This is Hoser, the Juice Podcast. First episode, 3rd season.
Yes, sir.
Always with me.
Your boy Juma, we back.
Frankie.
And Isaac.
And we got
No Limit Kid. What it do, y'all?
what's
Happy to be on the
good.
podcast. Thank y'all for inviting me over.
Hell yeah.
You know, and it's a blessing to be here.
Man, salute to you, man.
First episode of the 3rd season, right?
Yeah, we got to start off with a
congratulations.
bang, dude.
Congratulations.
Trying to start
Thank you,
off
bro.
with a
Thanks, bro.
bang.
Yeah, the
Appreciate
new
you.
spot. That's
Appreciate you.
That's you know.
Oh yeah, huh? You did get a glimpse of the other spot with the promo for the show. And stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Came over there with
yeah.
Kid Vista and
Yeah.
the other 20 people.
Yeah,
You know
we
what I'm
was
saying?
sitting there.
Yeah, we were in
Yeah,
there.
jam-packed.
deep, though.
Yeah.
They're packed with it.
We were in there deep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was a good time.
good time. Yeah, right before too. You know, the
Nah,
session
definitely.
and kind of meeting everybody. That was dope.
Legit,
Yeah.
bro. Legit.
Shout out to Vista for throwing the Sky Might Fall.
Yeah, that concert was crazy.
It was
yo.
good,
A
man.
real
The
dope show, yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
show was crazy.
Yeah, we were talking about your performance earlier, dude. It had some great energy, dog.
Yeah. Thank
That
you,
shit was
man.
Great. You
I
rocked
really,
that stage, bro.
Yeah, I've been practicing a lot, you know, rocking shows for the last couple months. So, you know, I tell people if you really want to check me out and see what I could bring to the table, see me live, you know, because I really put my heart out up there and, you know, I really give it all I got. And, you know, it's a good chance for y'all to see that for sure. So,
Hell
thank
yeah.
y'all.
Yeah.
Sure.
Was
If I could ask, just for the people that maybe did, you know, like didn't tap into that last episode, how'd you even link up with Vista to even get on the show, bro?
Yeah, so with Vista, I met him through Noah James. Noah James was going to throw a holiday party right here at Exhibit Art Gallery in Fullerton.
right.
And yeah,
Shouts
he
to Hot
just
16s. He does his stuff there.
Yeah, no,
salute to
yeah.
that,
Shout out to all the people that be throwing that. Yeah. But Noah, he just had Vista on the lineup, and like last minute, Vista had got sick, and he was just he didn't do it, so he backed out. But I followed up with him, and you know, a couple weeks later, I seen her, and he posted on his story, anybody want to come rock at my show? And I was like, yo, yeah. You know, I hit him up, like, if you got a chance, you know, spot, let me know. I'll pull up. And he hit me up. He's, you know, locked me in. So,
That's fire.
yeah, he ended up bringing me up to the podcast with y'all. And yeah, it's kind of like where it all started.
Nah, that's
you know?
legit.
This
Yeah,
led to
man.
this opportunity. So,
Hell yeah.
pretty
bro.
cool how stuff like that happens, y'all. So, if y'all got an
Definitely.
opportunity, go take it, you know?
Yeah. Just to even reach out.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like, you know, like I'm not gonna let it like an opportunity fall to me. It's just also like
Yeah.
wanting to believe in your talent. I think that's like a big step besides just dropping music. So
Yeah.
salutes to that, bro.
Yeah, I tell people all the time because people hit me up like, "Yo, how do you get on all these shows? How are you doing it? How you doing it?" And I'm just like, dude, I literally just answer back to people's DMs. You know, like they
Like
post
it's
on
some
their
magic
story who wants to
formula or
perform
something,
here,
yeah.
and I'll be like, I'm down. You know, like you know, and
Yeah.
I think like you said, sometimes it's like that willingness to just get out there and put yourself out there, like little by little, like. You get out of that uncomfortable feeling, you know, and it becomes comfortableness and confidence that takes over, you know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and blessings and opportunities, you know, and God's guidance for sure.
And you got the music to back it up, dog. You know?
Definitely.
So
Thank you,
excited.
thank you. I like I said, I love doing it. I love doing it.
Mhm.
For sure.
Yeah, we were saying earlier that was a great lineup Vista had. Honestly, with Vista, he raps in so many different genres, like different ways,
Yeah.
making all these EPs with different people.
Yeah.
So you doing interviews there, I was like, man, I can't wait to see
Yeah.
what is it gonna be like. What is it gonna come out to be?
Yeah.
That shit came out great, dude.
Yeah, there was a
There's
good
a lot of fucking rappers,
versatility.
dude.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There were some rappers
agree,
in
I
the
agree.
building that night.
Yeah. He said RM the poet.
Yeah, Iron went crazy.
He killed it,
Yeah,
right?
dude.
Like bringing that
I told
San
him we should
Diego.
get on one of those G-Funk beats, dog.
Mm.
Yeah, dude, let's do
I
it.
told him.
Let's do it.
Mm.
Hey.
Iron reminds me of like a ASAP Rock. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
like he's from that cloth of like
He got his own like sound,
Dude,
you know,
he's
like
so-
you know, it's
He's way
G-Funk, but
different.
still like the
Bro.
way he raps on the beats, like
Yeah.
he's so good.
San Diego just got some crazy
Yeah,
spins.
he's
Like,
good.
Yeah,
Desi Hollow's another dope MC from over there.
Okay.
Y'all have ever heard of Desi Hollow? That
Yeah.
was pretty dope.
Vista was the
Yeah.
first guy I knew that even came from that side, bro.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once he
Yeah.
told us he was from Vista, I was kind of tripping out because I was like, that makes sense. But at the same time,
Okay, so that's
kinda
how actually he got his name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, San Diego. They got something over there in the water for
I
sure.
mean, it's like the level of seriousness. I think it's not like similar to Orange County, but then again, I don't know what they're even doing out there. So then when I start hearing the music from how versatile it is, but from the level of how much lyrics are put into it. Like I say
Yeah.
that, like how much lyrics are written
Yep.
per song. That's like, oh wait, nah, you're like tending to your pen game.
Yeah.
It just like it's just tangible to like the time spent, you know. So
Yeah.
that's fucking legit.
Real spitters.
Yeah,
Real spitters
bro.
out there. But yeah,
Similar
RM
to
was
your
dope.
set, bro.
Yeah,
You know, like
thank
that's
you.
the cloth that you're cut from, bro. You know, like a lot of these songs come off really hip hop. You're trying to be an MC, you know.
Yeah.
So what's your biggest influence for being like that and just your overall presence on stage when you're doing performances?
Yeah, so me and this dude, my homie Sense, shout out Sense, he's over here with me, Senseless. But we grew up going to Tech 9 concerts like all the time. We
Damn,
just
never seen
concerts
them.
in general. Like we went to all the Pay Dues back in the day and Rock the Bells and
Damn.
Bro,
all
I was
those
a
big
Tech
shows.
9 though. I've never been, always wanted to go to Tech 9.
he's the best performer ever. Like
Yeah.
I tell it to people like, you know, people just say that when you're a Tech 9 fan, like, oh, you just love Tech 9 because you know you do kind of get like that culty vibe from him.
Mhm.
But you go to his shows and the way he performs with his homies, they're all in sync. They have like choreography. His set is so timed and like it just really impacts the way as a fan, it's like what you want to see. So like I try to incorporate that in my sets. Like I try to bring people up, you know, get them all hyped. And then at the same time, like I could like take control kind of with like that hype vibe and then like bring them down, like start to control the set, you know, with more of my like pen and like my intimate songs, you know.
Mhm.
So it's like just a way of doing it over time, you know. Obviously, I think I still got a long ways to go, and it's just at this point I've already built like some comfortability and just kind of like my approach. It's doing something that I've already seen, but the way I would do it. You know?
Mhm.
So it's like the way I approach it. Yeah.
That's crazy. Now I'm looking at your set.
So it's like high energy, you know. You guys
More,
see me
yeah.
up there screaming and rapping, just rapping it off.
Breath
rapping my
control,
ass
bro.
off.
That's what I
That's the
say,
one
bro.
thing that comes across immediately.
You said
bro.
every single word of your verse. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, it was,
Yeah.
and it was on point. That
Take pride
matters,
in it.
bro.
Yeah, not everyone
Because
does that
like,
shit.
I honestly didn't know you until the show,
Mhm.
and when I saw you perform, it made me a fan that I went
Yeah.
to go on Apple Music and listen
Yeah.
to all your songs. You
Yeah,
know what I
thank you,
mean?
man. That's
But that's what I was telling you. Like,
It's amazing.
that's why I think I was telling you in our interview there at the show. I was
Mhm.
like, man, I love these things because like you get to just
yeah,
fucking
you never
meet
know.
people, and it's like fuck, dog. Like, he just had a great performance. Like,
Yeah.
I can't wait to listen to the rest of his music.
Yeah, but like you never know who you're gonna meet. Like I said, I became a big fan of a lot of the dudes from the show, like Liam Ziore. That dude got some sick
Yeah.
music.
Cool,
and
man.
I've been listening to his
He's a cool dude,
catalog.
too.
Style as well.
Yeah, he got a
He's a really
dope
cool
vibe.
dude.
Like all of those
Original,
dudes, they
man.
got a lot of like, from what they showcased the day of the show, aside from just dope bars, but a lot of good melodic music and like, you know, a lot of people had dope hooks. Your set was crazy too.
Thanks,
you
man.
know what I mean?
Thanks,
Like
Reddy.
you
Thanks.
brought your homies
Yeah,
up.
and I
and
appreciate that.
that's always dope when you're, you know, you just see people like, you know, give it their all. And I think that's what everybody did. Like when
Yeah,
Billy
for
Ami
sure.
was talking about on the last podcast, how it's kind of like a competition up there. When you get on stage, it's like a competition. You go hard and you know, you do your thing.
Right.
When you get off the stage, it's just like love, you know?
yeah.
That's what I felt. Like
Mhm.
after I got off stage, like mad people came up to me and they're like, yo, that was sick. And man, it felt good. It felt real good, you know?
Mhm.
For
It's
sure.
crazy.
Yeah, that's all I said. Like I noticed that you had a lot of genuine support there.
Yeah.
Like, from like your own crowd and shit too. That was dope.
Yeah. I'm up around like, you know, my mom, you'll see her front
Yeah, I
row.
saw
like,
that.
Yeah, she was
hard, bro.
filming me.
She
like,
was
you know,
vibing. She was like, "That's my son." And I was like,
yeah,
"Hell
she
yeah."
loves going
Hell
to the
yeah.
shows. Like she's a big music fan. You know, I got a lot of my musicality from her. You know, her leaving the Snoop Dogg albums around the Too Short, you know, stuff like that. I would sneak away and, you know, bump it, you know. So now that she sees me at shows, you know, like she comes along and, you know, I never turn her down, you know, because you never know, you know, like
Yeah.
you never know. She wants to be there rocking. Come on, let's do it. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah, that's cool.
Same thing with my sisters and my homies. We've been doing this music for a long time. So just for them to see me like at the point where I'm at now, like performing on stage and, you know, I just feel like I have to continue to be inspiration to them, you know, and then also like help provide opportunities to them, you know, also like, you know, you never
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
so this is how it is. I show love to all the people that come around and, you know, they show love back. And I know you guys could see that, you know.
Yeah.
Hella.
So,
Can you tell us what songs you actually performed on your set?
yeah. So the first song I started with was Woke Hop, which is like the song that I actually have a video to right now. That's like the,
Yeah, that shit slaps, bro.
yeah. I'm gonna start kicking
When you
up these
started with that,
videos and
I
stuff.
walked inside. I was like, well.
Yeah. I start off with that song because it's a real hype, amped up, and just real barred up, so people gets
direct.
attention.
Yeah.
It's direct.
So I
as hell.
started off with that one, and then
Fits
it goes
the
into
title.
3 songs that are actually unreleased that I have for my next EP. That I don't know if I keep saying EP, it might be an album, but it's gonna be called "The Heart and the Mind," and it's like reflective of my dad. His always talking about the heart and the mind and how they operate differently and stuff like that. So it's kind of like a dedication to him.
Okay.
But so I went into "Can't Go Out Weak," which is like it's like a lyrical song that I produced. There are like 3 songs that I produced. So "Can't Go Out Weak," and then I go into "Last Call," which is kind of like a song that you if you're at a bar, you want to always say that saying, make sure you tip your bartender. So it's like kind of one of those songs that I throw on to kind of turn it up. And then it goes into this song called "Moated" that I got coming out, and then that's the one where like I feel like everybody really starts jumping and getting amped up. So it goes from like hip hop, woke hop to those 3, and then after that, what did I go into? It goes into "It Is What It Is." That's like another unreleased song that I've been going around. Yeah, until it ain't what it was.
Yeah.
Shout out my dog Augusto Delgado from Mobile. He produced that.
He goes crazy.
Yeah, that one's I did 3 verses on that song, which a lot of people don't do 3 verses no more. So I love that song because like it showcases like this lyrical side of it. Yeah, and the other one after that is "Pray It Forward," which is a song that I wrote after Mac Miller passed away. Mac was big inspiration to me. I was there when he dropped Kids. Like my homie put me on, my homie Ivan, shout out Navi. He put me on the Kids, and I just remember like falling in love with Mac Miller. Like I had one of the greatest summers of my life, with that album, and just my car and the ladies, like the beach. Like it was just a good summer. But I remember when Mac passed away, I got that beat, and I just remember like putting together that hook, and it just really hit home. So I did that one next, which like those 2 songs back to back, "It Is What It Is," and then "Pray It Forward." Like it's just they have so much like lyrical like content in them. So just feel like it really like sets like this like really calm, peaceful tonality, and then it's like in another way, it's like a spiritual thing for me too, Yeah, and then after that, Can't Go, and then after "Pray It Forward," I think I went into "Eyes on the Prize," which is another song, a new song that I got that's gonna be on the heart part of the Heart and the Mind album. So it's like depending on the way that I'm feeling, that's how I'm deciphering this album. Like if it was something that's like that I went through with life, it's gonna be on the heart side of my album. And if it was like a high feeling, like maybe I was turned up, a little drank, a little herb, it's gonna be on the mind, because it's just like the way that the higher energy with the lower energy.
Right.
Yeah, and then after that I went to "Astronauts" with Crave. Brought out Crave and
Just a crazy man.
Astronauts was a good joint too, bro.
Yeah, that's like my most popular song. Like that's the one that got the most plays, like the most statistics, and like everything I look like on DistroKid. That one has like the most like views. So it's a pretty awesome song. Like I bought this book at the thrift store, and it was 652 things to write about. The first page it said picture yourself as an astronaut, in space. And yeah, I pretty much just used that book as inspiration to write that song. It was like going through heartbreak at the same time. So I used like, that analogy of space and like, bringing your space between like that heartbreak. So yeah, so it was a pretty cool inspiration. Yeah, way to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then that's what I closed it up with "Astronauts." So
Okay.
it's real like a trumpet and a saxophone that kind of just fades away. So it's a real like good exit, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
a lot
like
of songs.
Sounds like you planned out your 20 minutes onto the.
Yeah. Luckily, like I said, just been practicing a lot, doing sets here and there, and just allows me to plan it accordingly. I knew it was a big opportunity, so I had to go hard.
Yeah, man, you took advantage of that shit. That was a really good set.
Yeah, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy to have made made a little mark for myself. Like I said, took advantage of the opportunity, and now I have a few more opportunities coming.
Like you like speak on the intimacy of like you know like a little earlier, and I heard it in the song "Pray It Forward" because you speak on not only like the Mac stuff, but you kind of cover the culture and other deaths that took place in the culture.
Yeah,
and just like it's kind of like perspective writing, you know, rather than just only personal experience.
Yeah.
So going into like perspective writing and doing things like that to even expand the way you write songs, what like motivates that side of it to even. Because I know you mentioned like the book or, you know, like the book and like.
Yeah.
So like what else helps your approach to even be inspired to even do like perspective writing rather than just writing from personal experiences?
Yeah, I think just being a fan of music in general, you know, like I listen to, you know, not too many artists, but like I think just like I said on that song you were telling me earlier, how it ends like an Immortal Technique song, kind of Hardest Thing Ever, my song Hardest Thing Ever. Yeah, that's like a song that was inspired by that shock value from Dancing with the Devil at the end.
Right.
You know, it's just like when he was standing in
Yeah,
the
that's
eyes
true.
of his
That
own
crazy
mother.
twist,
You know, like
yeah.
when you hear that, you're
How
like, oh,
dare he
shit.
scar me in 6th grade, man?
Yeah, bro.
So like when
It's like, yo, what?
Yeah. So for me, or like listening to Lil Wayne, like it doesn't necessarily have to be Immortal Technique. Like even like Wayne, you know, Wayne will have a sick bar where you're just like, dang, like I could never write a bar like that, or you know, I'm gonna try though, you know, and then it ends up being whatever your you know, your perspective is like. So it's just always like a feeling that I've got from being a fan of hip hop. It's always what I operate off of, and like aside from just going through it, you know, just wanting to let that out.
Yeah, because I know like speaking on the culture as well, because I know like mentioning the other deaths of other rappers as well, but also like when I think it like it brings up conversation. This is something I was talking to Destruct, like we had him on earlier, like because he writes like that, like for when you're doing coverage hip hop, you know, like it sparks conversation rather than just making me like your music.
Yep.
I can ultimately like your opinions.
Yeah.
And like the song structure.
Yeah.
To even want to go listen to your other stuff because you know like to me it's not pushing boundaries, but like you gotta to like want to have an opinion on things.
Yeah.
It can be attacked. Yeah, because it can be equally attacked rather than just supported. So
yeah,
I appreciate that side of your music, brother.
Yeah, thank you. I'm still figuring that out too. Like, as far as like what I want my whole music to stand for and like the whole direction I want to take it. But coming from like, you know, the struggle, you know, I never had it easy. I've always been working hard. You know, I just want to make something that ultimately is like what a church does, you know, like giving back. You know, like a food bank or like giving out people clothes or something like that. I want my music and my No Limit kid to be like, you know, like a volunteer type of vibe, you know, something like that. So that's why I want my music to be like that, like mean more than just, you know, just have a direction, just have a direction.
Oh,
sure.
Honestly, ultimately, the name of that album you mentioned, like, what is it, Open Consciousness?
Yeah, Open Consciousness. That's one of my first albums.
Yeah. Just because to me, like, title is like always like, what is it even about? You know, like is like you know like to me because it kind of dictates how I'm gonna listen, like whether if this is a turn up vibe or something or because sometimes like I'd rather just be prepared so that I'm like judging it from like a different ear, you know, something like that. So maybe if you could talk about Open Consciousness a little bit. You mentioned one song that he talked about. If you could talk about the album a little bit, bro.
Yeah, so that album was man, I was living probably like in Westminster at the time. I think we had my great grandma passed away, you know, R.I.P. But she had just passed away, and we were like we moved down the street into like this small house, and I got my little studio together at that house, and I remember I was doing just meeting people online, like really getting into the Instagram content thing, and I met like some producer in New York. His name was Danny, produced by Danny, and he's the one that did the beat for Hardest Thing Ever. So like when I had got that song together, I think it just really inspired me to make something like just different, you know, like my music is, for me, it's just like really based off of underground hip hop, you know, like that's where I want to take it. But we're trying to make it sound as West Coast or like a West Coast flavor, like the way I rap. Yeah. So that album, I just, you know, it was just really heartfelt. I just felt like I wanted to showcase my, the hip hop in me, the boom bap side of myself. So Yeah, that one has like a few songs that I produced myself. What do I got? I got what songs do I got on that I have? Hardest Thing Ever.
I believe Woke Up was on there.
You said
Woke Up is on there. Yeah, Woke Up is on there. Yeah, I'm going blank right now. What's that one that you like? Can't stand myself. I just can't stand myself sometimes. Yeah, Can't Stand Myself. And then I had another song. There was a song that Kato, the producer, he was doing a competition.
Yeah.
Where
I seen those like open verses on the Instagram and stuff.
Yeah, he does those.
He'll do like a beat and then just allow you to go off on it.
Yeah, he was doing something like that.
Yeah.
So I did a song for one of those challenges where you had to do the song, you had to do the video. And I remember at that time, like me and my girl were going through it too. So I made like a sad breakup song.
Yeah.
And I remember like it was like No Weak MCs. That was the name of the competition.
Yeah.
So I remember like thinking like, man, I didn't even make the top 6. That's fucked up. Like I went all out, made the video, the song, and I felt like I went off on it. Yeah. But it was just like not the vibe of the competition. Yeah. But that song was on there. I forgot the name of it because I like threw that song out of my head. But yeah, no, that album's good though. Like it really made me just prove myself that I could do hip hop, and I even got some of my stuff mastered by John Sparks, which is like one of Currency's engineers. And like, yeah, that was that time where I kind of like met him over the internet and like, I would just record my stuff pretty rough and raw. But like somehow I like through like Instagram, I met him and like, I would send him my files, and like at the time he would only charge me like $50 to mix and master my songs.
Power of the internet, dude.
Yeah, and like I remember like that's when Cigarette Boats came out like a few years before that. Currency is like my favorite Currency EP. But that came out and like I remember like I hit him up and I always tell him like that's my favorite EP, dog. Like every time he hits me up and messages me, But yeah, that's a cool story about that EP. Like some of those songs were mixed by John Sparks, which is like Smoke Dizza, Harry Fraud's engineer, so it's a little cool backstory, like a low-key detail.
Yeah. Honestly, to me, that would have showed like, damn, I have access to like people that like maybe like, the average person wouldn't even know, you know what I mean? Yeah. But just even going back to the beginning, when you said reaching out, like it's not always just like, like of course financial is, like maybe something people feel like why it hinders or like holds them back, they think like the person's out of reach financially or something like that, but so like maybe sometimes being a fan can like open the door, just to even make you want to reach out to something like that. So
it's important to be a fan of music also, because it just kind of helps you understand music, the way artists pour their heart out, the way they explain their stories, and the way you could do it yourself, for sure.
Nice, man.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty crazy. This music thing is we've been doing it for a long time, and my homie and me and all of the homies, and just gonna keep going until more crazy shit happens.
When did you start?
I believe it is gonna happen. I really do.
When did you start making music?
I think I started taking it. Funny story. Me and the homie Sense. So right here, we grew up together. Well, we didn't grow up together. We met each other in 9th grade, and it was in 9th grade class, and we were both skateboarders. And we were in class. We both had our boards, and he was tagging on a table. And I looked over, I was a super toy. I was looking over, like, damn, this feels sick. That's fucking badass, like, I was just like, what's up, homie, you tag or what? And he was like, yeah. And he looked at me, he's like, you skate or what? Kind of like how high and shit, like got blunt, got weed. And then he was just like, yeah, I skate. And like, and somehow we started talking, and then he's like, I got a beat machine in my house, that I have, I bought. And he's like, I don't know how to use that shit. He's like, I'll sell it to you for $50, And I was like, all right. He's like, come after school and I'll show that shit to you. So yeah, we went to this fool's house. He's probably tripping out if I remember this story because I don't ever remember shit. But yeah, we went back to this fool's house, and I put it together. He had it like a little program, and like I made a couple beats, and then I was like, all right, I buy it. $50, took it home. And like I think like 2 days later, I hit this fool up. I was like, yo, I got some beats, bro. I had like 20 beats and shit already, like in 2 days. And right there and then we wrote this song called The Struggle, and it was like super crazy. It was like over a guitar beat, and we'd go perform it at the garages of all the homies' garages and shit. So like
Damn.
we'd be like at the homies' garages. You know, we were like probably 16, 17, and then we'd kick it with some of the homies that were like, 15, 16. Like so we were a big mixed group, this older to younger dudes. And yeah, so we'd be at the homie's house, like performing in the garage, and like people would just be like locked in, dog. They'd like see us and be like, do the struggle, like, and that's when we knew like we had something. And yeah, like it was in Mobile, Moreno Valley, where like I think I really like learned my style, my flavor. Like even in those times, like you could go to a party and there'd be a cypher in the back, you know what I'm saying? Like people would be out there rapping and you'd hop into the cypher and like it was like a real vibe. Like it was a cool city to grow up in because the diversity was crazy. You know, you had like the essays, black folk, white folk, all the cultures, like in one city. So you just you never know what you got into in Mobile for real. So it's kind of like, yeah, Mobile's where it all started, and I created my craft, molded my music, and I brought it back out here just because like I learned so much. Like this is where I grew up. I was born in Garden Grove. My parents met in Santa Ana. Like I'm a product of Orange County. So I just want like I said, for what I do with this music, for what it ends up being, I want it to be based out in Orange County. Because when I was a young kid, I didn't have it easy, and I got a lot of help from like the county or the city or whoever it was, like after school programs and stuff like that. So yeah, it's kind of like my journey. So from Mobile, Riverside to OC.
Yeah.
So where it all started, just with the homies and just naturally.
Nah, definitely, bro.
That's dope, dude.
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, bro. That's wild.
Crazy
To me,
that I
I'm
brought
tripping.
the
Is that
homies
like,
too,
to me, I'm tripping from how good you are at rapping, bro. I would have never thought beat making was part of the beginning,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's like always one or the other. Or
Yeah.
like, like that's what I tend to like
Yeah, that's
see
what
with
just
people.
jumped in.
This motherfucker has so many beats, dude.
Yeah.
So many beats
Okay.
nobody's ever heard. He's got like fucking 5 hard drives just fucking full of
Just
beats.
full of beats.
Yeah.
Damn.
I've been
bro.
doing it for a long time, and like
That's a long time, dog.
it's crazy. Yeah, it started
Is it
that
not-
day.
how
Like
the
I think
fuck
the
are
day
now?
when we went back and made beats, that's what solidified it all. Like just that feeling, and when people heard us for the first time, and then we just pop up and people would be like, "Do the struggle," like do
Yeah.
the song. Like those moments are why I keep going, and why we keep doing this.
Nah,
for
I
sure.
feel it. Feel it.
Yeah.
You like mentioned the juice, Brody. PCH music.
Yep.
It's a whole different vibe
Oh,
than
yeah.
Open Conscience,
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
you feel me? You speak on it, dog. Like, cause that's like immediately from the title. I always talk about the title. Like,
Mhm.
I can relate to the stories. I'm
Yeah.
thinking, I'm like, I'm a PCH kid, like
Yeah,
I've been all up and down, or
Yeah.
or just to even try to put my, my eyes in, the eyes of the listener, like,
Mhm.
the ears of the listener, or like the person rapping. So if you could talk about that album as well, bro.
Yeah, that album's just a dedication to Huntington Beach. Me and my goons been going there for so many summers. The U.S. Open, Vans, U.S. Open, all the
We
concerts.
probably ran into each other like
Yeah,
plenty of
bro.
times.
I'm
Just
sure.
just
Somewhere you
never
were
even
there
came,
too,
dog.
So that was just like a dedication of just that whole PCH, just the whole street, the whole like Huntington Beach itself. And I drove myself crazy with that album because like I produced it all, mixed it all, and like
Damn.
I don't know, I just
Salutes,
over criticized
man.
myself too much,
Yeah.
I wasn't too happy with it, but there's a lot of songs that people like on that album. So,
Wait,
you know,
why? If you
just
can speak
because
on why not.
I did everything myself, and I think I mixed every song like 15 times, So it's just like sometimes like it's better to just get it mixed and mastered by somebody else.
Is it?
So-
Do you feel like if you were to redo the project now, you would do it better than you would back then?
Yeah, I would send it out to get mixed and mastered to tell you the truth. You know what I mean?
I get you.
But at the time, like I think I just started going to school. Like I go to Santa Ana College for digital music, like digital media music, and so like at that time, like I was learning a bunch of techniques and I was trying to apply them to the album and to the way I do my thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why at the end of the day, I just decided to do it all myself, But yeah, there's some dope albums, songs in there like "Don't Bother Me." That's everybody loves that song, and the homie Senseless is on that song.
Crazy. Yeah.
And yeah, man, that song is a crazy story because it was one summer in my studio, and we were like we had these salt shotguns, and like Santa Ana, man, it has like a problem with flies in the summer. So like there would like be flies that would get into the studio, so we were like shooting them away with the shotguns, like bah, 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 you know. And this fool was like, "Get away! Like, don't bother me, fly! Bah! Like, shoot a fly, you know." Then the beat was playing in the back. And he was like, "Shoot fly, don't bother me. Shoot fly, don't bother me." Oh, that's kind of like a dope hook for the song. Like, don't bother me, you know, don't bother me. Yeah, and so that's how that hook came apart. It was like some flies that were fucking with us, and then like it ended up being like that song, you know, like delete my number, stop calling me. Hit Instagram, unfollow me. I'm working on myself, don't bother me. Working on myself.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's like a chill vibe.
Yeah.
All that from flies, dog.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I'm thinking you was mad at somebody, like, yo,
Yeah, I thought, like, you're
annoyed by somebody.
Yeah,
shit, you
bug
know?
me, bro. Like, block me, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'll block you, block me. I don't know, bro. Like, fuck,
Yeah,
leave me
it's
alone.
So
Yeah.
funny,
that's-
dude.
I heard, remember that song from,
I hate
the
flies.
song
dog.
from, what is it? That we're up all night to get lucky.
Mhm.
We're
Oh,
up all
yeah,
night.
yeah.
I heard that song, like, you might think about some guy that's, like, trying to get laid, but I guess the dog got away in the studio that night, Pharrell said.
Damn.
And they were chasing the dog Lucky around the city.
Hey,
Like, we're up all
yo.
night to get lucky. They were, like, chasing
Yeah,
the
that's
dog around
wild.
trying to get
Yo.
lucky and
That's
shit.
wild.
Damn,
That-
what the
Yeah,
fuck?
so
the
that's
person
like
initially
one of
said,
those
that's what I thought,
moments where
yeah.
like life actually inspired a song, you know? It's like,
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
funny. Like
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
if that's
an actual,
actually
like-
true, but I heard Pharrell say it, so you know, I wouldn't think he would
Probably
lie.
is,
You know?
yeah. probably
bro.
is.
My whole like, I'm
Yeah.
blown right now.
Yeah, but that song's on there.
I'm
And,
just high as hell. I'm like, what?
the first song, "Growing," yeah, right? You're just like, what the hell? How did that just happen? Destiny, you know. But yeah, that "Growing's" on that. That's the first song is "Growing." That song just it's a super vibe. I think I came up with like a sick guitar for that song. I didn't play it. I just played it on the actual keyboard, like a little MIDI controller. And yeah, that's like the intro song. That one's bad. Like I produced mostly all the songs, the beats on that album. So
Mhm.
you know, but like I said, I drove myself kind of crazy with that album. But I get a lot of love from it. Like I have a homie that lives here in Cerritos, and he texts me like every week. You know, like bumping PCH music. You know,
It's
what I'm
crazy,
saying?
bro.
And so you know, there's
Day
still
by day on that one, they caught me off guard just because I'm not that didn't fit the vibe.
Mm.
It just like relets you know like I can still do this in the midst of some like vibe shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like because it's more heartfelt. It speaks on more personal about your life, like a little bit
Yeah.
about the about your parents as well, like
Mhm.
just about,
Yeah.
but just on the vibe of the album. I think sometimes like the shock value when because I was comfortable as a listener, like, oh, this is just a cool vibe, and then
Yeah.
that one catches you off guard. It kind of like, okay, this.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
just like you
the-
said, like a PCH beachy vibe. You know,
Mhm.
I kind of just wanted it to be something you could just cruise to. You know, I think I got like a weed song on there, "Good Tree."
Mhm.
You know, that was like a cool song. Just like
I like that one
guitar
writing
with
because you do a
simple
lot of
beat.
like spelling rap.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like the cadence is fire. I like
yeah,
that
that's
shit.
like that Snoop Dogg style. You know, the
You
SN,
definitely-
double
yeah.
O-P-E,
Yeah.
O-double-G. I like
Yeah.
doing that. You know, like NOLIMIT,
Yeah.
KID. You know, like I love
Yeah.
spelling my shit out. You get it from that like '90s rap style and shit. But yeah, that album, it's a dope vibe. But the next one's gonna be fire, man. I got some dope songs coming. I did a song with Crave. We got a song called "No One Do" with the homie Ray Guns. I don't know if you guys know the homie Ray Guns. He's like from the Batch crew, the Batch Homie Records.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
But yeah, we did a song. I did a song with the homie. I
Matt Reagan, huh?
think you guys
I
have
think
met
so.
him.
We did.
I think
Reagan?
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he got some bars. But I did a song with this Sense. We got a song with the homie CM McDuff,
Mm.
which is a dope artist from Marina Valley, Riverside area. Really dope artist. Check him out. And
Yeah, Wavy be posting it. I listened to one of his songs, but
yeah.
Wavy out from. I think he was on one of Wavy's earlier shows at the Doll Hut. So
Okay. Yeah. He
Yeah.
was at Season Fest. He
Okay.
performed at Season Fest with his homies, the Red Rum Saints. Yeah, Red Rum
Okay.
Saints,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, that's that group.
yeah, it was a group. huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
went
they're
crazy.
dope,
Yeah,
dude.
they were dope.
They went
Yeah.
crazy.
There's a
after
bunch
that.
of spitters, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
they went crazy.
they all as a group they kill it, but like individually these dudes kill it like really hard. Like they're producers.
Because Lefty's part of Red Rum, right?
Yeah,
Lefty's
Black
part of it?
Lefty.
Okay.
Yeah, Black
Yeah.
Lefty, CM McDuff, and I think it's Stavo True Love, and then the homie Trey's Way. I think it's the homie Trey's Way.
Okay.
Yeah, but those
No,
I
you
got
gonna tap in
McDuff
with
on the
them,
album.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with them as well.
Yeah, and he hit me up last night. McDuff hit me up like at 3 or like 2. He's like, "Yo, I'm trying to put my album up on 420." He's like, "I got 2 more beats." And like, I have this song right now. Can you hop on it? Like, if you could do it within like 3 hours, I'll put you on my album.
Damn.
Like my debut album. I was like,
Yeah.
what? So
Yeah.
like, I got my shit together. Like, we were gonna go to NAMM show, but we ended up going. But
Right.
I was like, yo, I gotta like drop everything for like 2 hours and like lock in this verse. So luckily, like I did a 365-day challenge on my Instagram like a year ago, where I rapped every day for a year straight, like dropping a bar, like a rap. Every day.
Yeah.
But I have a book of
Hey,
just
yo.
raps. So what I
Yeah.
do is like I'll hear a beat, hear the vibe, and then I'll just easily go back to my book of rhymes, and I could like accommodate a lot of songs and a lot of vibes. That's kind of like what I did with his song. Like since I was under a time constraint,
Yeah.
you know, even though I could write something fresh as fuck, but what I do is I'll just take something that I have written, and you know, like I'll accommodate it to a track depending on the vibe it has, because I have so many verses that I haven't used, but I use it like on a duet or a remix, you know, on Instagram, and you can't really do nothing with that. So I try to like make a good verse last, and so I'll do something like that. So that's what I did with his album. So I knocked it out and sent it back to him. And he was like blown away. So that's gonna be cool. Look forward to that, homie's album. There's some promo for you, homie. You know?
Yeah.
Right here in the juice.
That just sounds challenging, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
But I think if there's gonna be opportunities in the future, I think you gotta be like that. You know, you never know. You know, you go to a sick show and like a dope artist is like, come to my studio right now. You know, it's like, might as well lock it in.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. You never know who's watching, dude.
Yeah, for real.
Like, and everything you do, everything you post, everything you do, shows, all that, Instagram, you never know who's watching, dude.
Yeah.
So
every opportunity leads to another one.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the thing we got to get out of this podcast, this episode.
No, I feel you, man.
Yeah.
Even besides the Vista show, I saw you like a couple weeks ago at the Natives. I think you like did a performance with you were speaking on Batch Records.
Yeah, homie Bravo.
Yeah,
shout out Bravo.
Shout out Bravo. Yeah, and then just even doing performances here. Is that like what you have lined up? Is that the majority of what you want to do, or like maybe you could give a rundown on like what else you have planned? I know you mentioned the album, just maybe future performances or just whatever.
Yeah. So right now, I did the one with OC Natives with Bravo. That one was pretty cool because it was cookies. You know, everybody wants to perform at like a poppin' facility, so that was pretty cool. The homie was there displaying his glass, senseless, and my homegirl Ellie was there doing she does waist beads, so she was a vendor also. So I just came to show love that day, and Bravo invited me up on stage because we had recorded a song like literally like 3 days before that.
Oh damn!
Yeah, so
that's fresh.
Yeah, he hit me up and he's like, "You want to do our song, dog?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it, bro. Let's do it." Because you know, like I love the homie Bravo and all the batch homies because they go literally to like open mics like every night, every other night. If you look at their stories, they're like Hollywood, Riverside.
bro.
Yeah, so like in that sense, like I look at those dudes as like inspiration because like, you know, I'll be like ready to go to bed looking at my phone and these fools are like on stage performing, you know. I'm like, damn, like I could be going harder, you know, like
yeah.
So yeah, when he hit me up, I was like, I'm gonna hop on that stage. So it was cool. Like there was so many dope artists I'd never even heard of, and you know, it was just cool just being there as a fan, just sitting back and watching all the homies do their thing and seeing new artists and be able to do my thing. Yeah.
Okay.
And future shows, Vista hit me up for another one.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna be throwing like something. I don't want to give too much info.
Yeah.
He's gonna be throwing something soon, like a barbecue themed thing, and that's gonna be coming up soon. I have a show with Noah James in July. I think July 21st. We got a show in Firewater Bar out in Ontario.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's gonna be cool. And you never know. Like I'm always looking for opportunities. So you know, whatever pops up, usually it's within like a 2 week to a month time frame. So yeah, not too much right now. I think I do with Noah James. I do like a 5 on Love, which is his podcast next Monday on the 24th.
Legit, you're active. Yeah, you're active, bro.
Yeah, so that's like a hour-long thing where he just kind of asks you questions. It's like, what's the 5 things that you love about yourself, and how you carry yourself, and so
Yeah, that's nice.
Just trying to stay active and also be involved with stuff out here in Orange County and Riverside too. Because I like just being in both circles. So many dope people and in both these counties. And I would like to be one of those artists that bridges that gap, with both artists and be able to put on shows where I could invite like that both sides of the county over and, have some dope stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's dope, man.
Yep.
So besides all this music, you got a podcast going on, right? And you got merch too.
Yep. So the homie, we do the homie Senseless Inc. Shout out Sense. So he's as I told you, we've been rocking for a long time, but this is his logo. But man, we go hard with this. We have this logo, we have our No Limit logo, plenty more. So we kind of like run our clothing line kind of like a distribution where like, we print all of our stuff together. We slap it on each other's gear. We just rock it together so that, it's like we're just showing each other support. So anytime you see one logo, you might see all of them, just kind of how we rock.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, our podcast is called Public School Stories. It'll be coming. We just did one with Bravo the other day.
Okay.
And it's just based around like
that, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be funny. This fool had some funny ass stories. Like he's a funny dude for sure. But yeah, it's just about stuff that happened in public school. Crazy stories. Like one time my 5th grade teacher choked out one of my students. Not my students, one of his students in front of the whole class.
Yo.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy.
Yo, dog.
It was crazy.
One time I was in OCS with the homie, right? And we were like bullshitting the whole time. We were at Kennedy. We were just talking. He kept telling us to shut the fuck up. I'm not gonna say his name. But he was a football coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knows who it is,
You know who it is,
JK.
right?
That's what we be doing on our. That's what we're doing on our podcast. We be like, don't say the name, but like,
So me and the homie still talking, right? And we were like right here, this close, and then a fucking chair just goes right by and hits the fucking back of the room and was like, "I told y'all shut the fuck up."
Oh shit!
And we started laughing, but I was sweating, bro. Like, we laughed that shit off, but I was sweating, bro.
Yeah. Those are like the stories we touch on, just funny stuff like that. Like, but yeah, we're getting it together, polishing it up, and like I said, trying to get all worked out so it flows real nicely, like y'all's podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Salute to that, G. Salute to that.
Dope,
even
man.
with that, is that in your own space? Because like you do like all your recording and yourself. I know you spoke about the beat stuff, but that's like what, like you have your own studio.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in Santa Ana, I got my own studio. It's pretty much my house. In my garage when we moved there, it was a pretty big garage, so I just cut it in half. And I've done construction, so I built the whole studio out. Like my whole homie did electrical, so I had him come do the electrical, and little by little, just built it up. Built a booth inside, and
dope,
got the
dude.
panels, soundproofing, and all that. So yeah, I got it right there. Just we record everything there, and we've been there for like 3 years, and it's been cool. It's been chill. Just I like to really invest in my own craft, and just try to get to that point where I feel just like I don't know, just polished up. There's really never a limit where you could stop growing and stuff, but it's like my little
just
dojo.
barred his own name, ain't
there you go.
Ain't no limit to this kid.
Oh shit, bro.
Yeah, but it's a dope spot. We got he was doing glass blowing there for a little bit. We had a glass blowing. We have the little print shop. I got the recording studio, and it's a pretty cool spot. Just creative place to do my thing.
I know having the space and like all the access is like exciting, but it's like, damn, now I got to do a bunch of work. So it's here. Yeah. So shit got to get done.
Yes, for sure. Sometimes it's crazy. Printing 100 shirts or 50 shirts and doing it all yourself, like with the homies. It gets a grind, but I think everything happens in God's timing, and it all happens for a reason. And like they say, He's not going to put something on your plate that you can't handle. So It's like the approach is grind, and just keep trying to put my best foot forward. Yeah.
I hear that, bro. I hear that.
This has been a great episode.
Yeah.
Sliding, man.
What a first episode, dude.
Yeah,
season
man.
3.
Season
Thank
3.
y'all so much for
Season
inviting me over.
Can you leave the first episode with a couple bars?
Yeah. Let's see, which one should I do since? I think we were talking about this.
He said we've been talking about this.
He's so obsessed with doing positive music.
Oh, he wants me to do some
One of
crazy.
his oldest, like everybody's favorite song is a song called "Strip Tease," but it's just fucking foul. He's always trying to do positive songs. And everybody's like, "Do strip tease."
Yeah.
I don't do that song anymore.
Damn.
I'm a change
Christian.
man. I'm a change man.
Damn.
But it probably wouldn't sound the best a cappella.
All right, cool. Let's do
He's like, yeah, I wasn't going to do that.
let's do,
I gotta tell you now.
Okay, let's do here we go. I'm praying, Lord, help me. I'm down on my knees, praying for my favorite rappers to get blessed with your peace. Game is getting quite infected with this feeling of ease, and no one's speaking from the heart no more. It's a mumbling disease. People out here running these streets, doing everything these rappers preach. I just hope you speak appropriately. The mind should never promote foolery. Do it for Tupac, Biggie, Tupac, Nipsey, and Heavy D. Not saying that you shouldn't do your thing. Just think about the reason that you live your daily dream. And the fakery, get back up in the bakery and make some heat. Test it out, make sure it's good for the people to eat. Cause brick by brick, we could build this culture back up. Don't let it come out your mouth unless it's straight from the gut. Cause I'ma boost up your energy. I'm mixing up this remedy and I'm praying for the leaders of this world because it's getting tough. Yeah, that's from Pray It Forward.
Damn. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I heard
Little
that.
something.
I knew. I was like, yeah.
Delivery on point as well, bro.
Thank you. That's that Mac Miller song. I wrote it from a place of a lot of emotion, so you can feel it. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much.
It just got us like, damn. We're just listening, banging out the song, like live.
Yeah, y'all want to check that one out? That one's called Pray It Forward. You can check it out. It's on all the DSPs and all that.
Yeah, bro. If you can let the people know where they can find you.
Yeah, just it's No Limit Kid, NO_Limit Kid. You can find me on YouTube, Spotify, Twitter, all that. Yeah, just tap in with me. I got a lot of dope music coming out. I've been doing a lot of collabs, working on my own project that's coming out. It's going to be called The Heart and The Mind. I'm still thinking if it's going to be 2 EPs or 1 album. We'll figure it out. But I'm going to start dropping some of that out. But appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. It's a blessing, and God bless all of y'all.
Likewise, bro.
He said it best. This is Hoser.
Hey, it's Juma.
And Frankie.
Isaac.
And we out of here. Thank you, No Limit Kid. Shout out to everybody listening.
Yeah.
First episode of the 3rd season.
Yo.
And
Yeah.
Look,
Salute.
go around the town, up in my way, up my shit. Niggas be making a sound. Niggas don't wish where I'm from. Grind till we making it out. Selling that fish. Look, niggas grinding just a sign. I'ma go around the town, up in my way, up my shit. Niggas be making a sound.